exploitation, the quick sensation can only lead your mind to destructive creation. Creation with the mind, destruction with the night can only lead this planet to its present way of life. As you analyze the word, complete the situation, you find yourself alive with some useful information. Information granted, but your brain goes blinking like the lights in computers. The brain now thinks from the mighty omnipresent to the underfed peasant. The brain of these problems of the past and present. Got celebrity 3. This is the unknown. Information given since you like to bone. As you plug into the senses, the knowledge of the brain, the wires of the brain represented by the vein, the RNA, the DNA down to the letter, the heart, liver, stomach, kidney, lungs, etc. As you put them all together systematically, you got the body composition for you and me. So party people analyze the way I walk. This is systematic action to the way I talk. This can go for any person with a larynx. You see, I won't explain the science, but it's too complex. So what happens next is I elaborate on the name and the crew that we create, because we got to advance, we got to advance, cause nothing in our lives ever happened by chance. We got to advance, we got to advance. See, we have got to advance.
A-T-V-A-N-C-E. The situation brings you to reality. What's going on? The function of the world, cause negative knowledge can't last for long. It's the knowledge of the fakers, crooked perpetrators, living second lives as empty duplicators. They seem to be chilling, but it's all a dream. Illusions of the mind to the way things seem. You can bust these instructions with no interruption. The base house function, it's only destruction. You make your deduction of my reproduction. No sexy seduction to this introduction. With all these injustices, you only suspect that knowledge and experience create the intellect. Drugs of the future, present and past. Pills, alcohol, cocaine, and grass. Situate your thoughts, just the same to deal. It simply changes up all the way you feel. It was very long ago, for no one else. Before certain race to destroy themselves. Now what I'm telling you, I know for a fact, cause I'm living in a world that expresses that.
Because we got to advance, we got to advance, cause nothing in our lives ever happened by chance. We got to advance, we got to advance, we have got to advance. The grand, incredible Scott, Leroy. Every generation after every generation, all the world nation headed for annihilation. I say annihilation, but I mean disintegration, an absolute wipe out from the face of every nation. If you comprehend, you're allowed to ask the question: what could be the meaning of degeneration? Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. A newly presented rap for nuclear war. We have elevated far beyond the rappers alike. So party people close their eyes and use the mind for the sight. We must understand the basic complications of life before the atom is split and the world is destroyed. If you jam into the sound, this is what I employ. To live in understanding and the knowledge of joy. This is the rhyme for the time elevated through the mind. If you comprehend, well, it's a definite sign that the positive and negative electrical force of the whole world today is on an advanced course. C&O with the S, H2OPO4 can all be destroyed by a nuclear war. So to the black, white, Rican, Indian, and Oriental, Muslims, Christians, Rastas, Jews, Gentiles, we got to advance, we have got to advance. When the situation changes, we don't stand a chance, cause every generation after every generation, we got to find ourselves in some worldwide celebration. Not on registration or a cotton plantation, but different presentation, just like more communication. The kids in graduation, with lesser aggravation, will tell the other kids of this higher education. This higher education, which is really observation, or more self-realization, which will lead to relaxation, not evacuation, or bit of bomb mutation, or packing helpless families in some army transportation. This army transportation has sent abbreviation USA, which means you start annihilation. I seem to read the phrase while I'm in this transportation, that those that think of war need to practice masturbation. I mean what I say, cause I say what I mean. So listen to my voice, yes, we have a choice. You see, we got to advance, we got to advance, cause nothing in our lives ever happened by chance. We got to advance, we got to advance.